There aren't many things more dramatic than the last seconds of a close NBA playoff game. The crowd is on their feet, and you can feel the electricity and excitement in the entire arena. That's why shots in the clutch moments of the playoffs are the most important, most memorable, and most celebrated. Here are the most clutch plays in NBA history. Damian Lillard to beat the Thunder. What is a good shot exactly? I don't know for sure, but if we ask Paul George, step back jumpers from 30 plus feet are not good shots. But then again, Paul George's credibility in these matters dropped significantly during the 2020 playoffs. So I'll trust Damian Lillard instead. Robert Horry to beat the Kings. Despite averaging only 7 points per his career, there's a conversation around Robert Horry getting into the Hall of Fame. 7 championship rings and a well-deserved Big Shot Bob nickname are certainly viable credentials, and there are only a few players in NBA history that have hit more clutch shots than Horry. Derek Fisher to beat the Spurs after Tim Duncan had hit a gorgeous fadeaway jumper from the top of the key over the extended arm of Shaquille O'Neal. It seemed like the Spurs had won the Game 5 of the Western Conference semis that would give them a commanding 3-2 lead in the series. There were only 0.4 seconds left on the shot clock, and it seemed impossible that the Lakers would even get to take the shot off in time, let alone make it. But then Derek Fisher received the ball facing away from the basket and proved that 0.4 of a second are enough to take the shot off. Michael Jordan said that his career's most significant turning point is when he hit the game-winning shot in the 1982 NCAA Finals against Georgetown. It was the most critical moment of his career at the time, and he proved to himself he can thrive under pressure, and famously said that he graduated from Mike Jordan to Michael Jordan after that moment. In his early NBA career, Michael played on some bad Bulls teams, and despite heroics like 63 inches to Boston Garden, MJ would usually get kicked out from the playoffs in the first round without a chance to hit an important game winner. It took 7 years for Jordan to repeat the shot against Georgetown, and it came in the 1989 playoffs against the stacked Cleveland Cavaliers. Ray Allen to save the Heat. LeBron James finally won the championship in 2012, threw that monkey off his back, and proved that he's the most dominant player in the world. In 2013, he was even better, and the Heatles looked even more dangerous and poised for a repeat. However, they came across Coach Pop and 4 future Hall of Famers in the finals. LeBron chased down block on Iguodala, and Kyrie three-pointer over Curry. LeBron James looked down at the abyss of another finals loss after the Warriors led 3-1 inch the 2016 finals. But after Draymond kicked him in the place where LeBron doesn't like to be, touched by anybody except Mrs. James, he got suspended for Game 5. Clay then said that LeBron's feelings got hurt and got the king mad. With a big help from Kyrie, LeBron willed his team to victory in Games 5 and 6 and brought us the favorite words in basketball, Game 7, in the final game. With the score tied 89-89 and neither team able to score, Andre Iguodala forced a Cavs turnover and sprinted for a layup. LeBron was at least 10 feet behind him at the start of the play, but with an inhuman effort, he came out of nowhere and blocked the shot. There were still 2 minutes left to play, but it was still a huge momentum shifter that stopped the Warriors from getting away when the Cavs were struggling offensively. And then at the last minute, LeBron trustingly gave the ball to Kyrie and let him cook. Michael Jordan, the last shot. In the last Bulls timeout of the 1998 finals, Phil, Jackson, and Jordan perfectly predicted the Jazz play and got ready to counter. The score was 86-85 for Utah, and they had the possession. After a couple of screens, John. Stockton dumped the ball to the left block for Karl Malone to go to work like countless times before, but this time, Jordan was ready to pounce, and he snatched the ball from Malone's hands and led a counterattack at the unsettled defense. Kobe to beat the Suns. Kobe Bryant grew up idolizing Michael Jordan and dreamed of repeating all those game winners he saw Mike hit in his career. When Kobe first got the opportunity to do so as a rookie, he royally failed, hitting 4 air balls in a row against Utah in '97. And even though he proved to be clutch numerous times in the regular season, where he still holds the record with 7 game-winning buzzer beaters. His only buzzer beater in the playoffs came against Phoenix in the first round of the 2006 playoffs. Kawhi Leonard to beat the Sixers. The only NBA buzzer beater in a Game 7 came last year in the Eastern Conference Finals between Toronto and Philadelphia. The game was tied at 90 apiece, and the Raptors had the ball with 4.2 seconds left on the clock. Magic Johnson's skyhook against the Celtics' Magic Johnson didn't have a great jump shot for the majority of his career, but he was still one of the most effective and efficient players ever at his position. His 52% career field goal percentage is one of the best marks ever for a point guard, along with a very respectable 85% from the free throw line. Magic rarely shot 3S and D 2S simply because he didn't need to. With a 6'9" frame, he was built like a power forward, and most of his shots came from the paint, where he had a soft touch and a wide arsenal of moves. In the '87 finals against the Celtics, he took a page out of Kareem's book and won the game with a beautiful skyhook over 3 defenders, and once again proved that he's the greatest winner of his era.